I told my husband I wanted some fresh tomatoes straight from the garden, and he said, "How much you gonna pay me?" And I said, "I'll give you some home cooking."
So I agreed to do it. Now, after our tomato plants started growing up, they're already this high, and it's only the middle of May. We needed to protect them from the critters around here. We have probably rabbits and possums and foxes, and most people have that problem with their gardens. So we decided we didn't want to feed the critters. We wanted to keep the tomatoes for ourselves and our friends. So I went to one of the box stores and picked up a roll of wire fencing, which this particular roll is 40 inches high. It came in a 50-foot roll, and it cost about $25. So it's a very simple, here's a very simple way to make your own garden vegetable cages. Just roll out the roll and curl it back around to the size you want. Are you getting this? Okay. All we're going to do now is just take our lineman pliers and bend those cut ends right back over the vertical wire of the fence. If you don't have alignment pliers, you can do this part with just about any pliers. But the nice thing about the alignment pliers is that they have a side cutter. Now you'll notice that this bottom one will not bend over, but that's okay because we're going to actually cut the bottom one off. Now before we do that, we want to separate the wire. We have these looped in, and right here we're going to cut the horizontal wires right in the center. So it's just as easy as that. It's a very simple procedure. Now we can separate it. And there we have our cage, but we're not quite finished yet. Okay, this is the top. This will be the bottom. As you can see, these two wires they will not overlap. But that's all right because we're going to cut the bottom off. Just go around the circle using your side cutter. Cut the bottom off. Linda, what are we having for dinner tonight?
Chicken bok bok.
I've never heard of that. How do you make that?
Not sure.
Oh, great. It's an experimental dinner. Well, most of your experiments turn out to be pretty tasty. Okay, so now we're just going to remove that bottom string of wire. Whoops, forgot to cut this one. Okay, so now we have a full-size cage, which you can just press right into the ground over your plant. So, I'm Dennis Lee, and thank you for tuning in.